Hi, I am Osman. I am an energy healer on a master level with telepathic capabilities. I specialize in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses. I'm also capable, of healing a host of other physiological, psychological, and spiritual ailments. Um, I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher. Visit my website yogawellness786.com for more information on my services. Also, remember my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. Is it compulsory or is it required for a person to be a vegetarian in order to practice yoga or meditation? Simple answer to that, of course, is no. You don't have to be a vegetarian. But depending on which level of development you are in the advanced yoga system, so in following basic yoga, there's no need for you to be a vegetarian or a vegan or you can eat any type of diet, but be sensible, following scientific principles and what is recommended, by your doctor, right? Follow that. That is the best. But if you want to go into advanced levels, especially in the beginning stages of developing your spiritual energy, it is important to um, be a whole foods plant based diet, right? Um, to try to have more wholesome foods, because this helps in supporting the increase in the amount of subtle life force energy that's required to speed up your initial takeoff steps, where your spirituality is awakened but you want to just take off and start going to higher and higher levels. In that initial stages, it becomes important, if you are consuming non-vegetarian products, even including some vegetarian product like dairy products, it dampens your progress, right? Or halts your progress completely in many cases, especially if you're eating a carnivore type of diet, right? But that is just a temporary restriction for possibly about a year or 2 years, right? Let's say for 2 years. Once you are on a sufficiently higher level of development of your spiritual life force energy, then by adopting a omnivore diet does not become harmful, will not affect your progress thereafter, because this energy is highly powerful. Once you start gaining traction and gaining higher power, you don't have to be you don't have to worry what you eat. You can be on even a fully carnivore diet. It's not going to make any difference, right? So um so hope that info, but it's highly recommended from my side that you follow a sensible diet, right? If you're asking that question, initially, follow the rule of thumb of the 70-30, 70%, plant-based, wholesome foods, not overcooked, and most of it being raw, or a lot of it being raw, like in salads and so forth, and fresh fruit and nuts, and so the lentils cannot be eaten raw, and grains, many of the grains needs to be cooked, right? And some of the vegetables, when you cook it, you are able to release other types of nutrients that are inherent in it, and the raw, eating it raw, has its advantages as well, right? So there's, depending on your on which particular type of food. So I don't want to go into a nutritional and a lecture, and I am not a nutritional expert, right? um, but if you are on the advanced level, right, you have been initialized or initiated by your spiritual master, or a or a or a teacher, right, in the field of meditation or yoga sciences, then I would highly recommend, for at least a 2-year period, to observe a whole foods plant-based diet, right? And of course, to be practical, minimize, if it's impossible, minimize the amount of animal products and try to increase the amount of plant-based foods, right? That will also help you, right? So hope that information helps you. Take care always.